So welcome to the new Black Diamond Perfect Sun COB. This thing is a monster of a light, but in a smaller package. And that's due to these nice Cree lights. People have been asking for it, and now it's here. Got the nice big Cree lights, the Cree COB lights, and then you got the Bridge Lux 5-watt Bridge Lux to supplement you for you have that full Perfect Sun spectrum. I'll show you what that spectrum looks like in just a minute. What's amazing about this light is it only uses a little bit more electricity than the Goliath, but still boasts a huge average par rating for covering 4x4, pulling 2 to like 2.75 pounds and maybe even greater than that, like 2.85 pounds. You might even be able to get 3 pounds out of it when you're putting them side by side, because you get a little bit of side lighting. So each light, even though, so for a full 8x4 area using 2 of these, you can expect to get 6 pounds. That should be very easy. If you can pull, if you use two 1,000 watt light bulbs, or just if let's say I have a 1,000 watt light bulb, that is a 1,000 watt HPS light bulb, you're used to pulling, 2 pounds, you can easily expect to get more than 2 pounds off this light. Absolutely amazing. So it has a better spectrum than 1,000 watt, and it has right around the exact same average par rating. The one I show you right here real quickly is the prototype, which is what you're looking at now, and that one has too many IR lights and UV lights, therefore lowering the average par rating just a little bit. It had 562. It's more like around 570 now, and that 1,000 watt HPS is right around 575, and that's at 2 feet away, covering 4 foot by 4 foot. So when you do a 4 foot by 4 foot, it actually has right around the exact same average par rating as a 1,000 watt, but actually better spectrum, so produce bigger yields. Now it doesn't produce quite as big yields as the Goliath, but it is less expensive. It's only $995. That includes free shipping, which most companies will not do for you. Here's the logo. So expect huge yields out of this thing, absolutely amazing, and also still using way less electricity than a 1,000 watt HPS. So you're only using around anywhere from 650 to 675 or so. That's somewhere in the average there. I just say 675 on just to be safe, because some of them will put out that kind of energy. You can't get every single light to be exactly the perfect amount. So anyway, absolutely amazing. It also has a couple modes you can use on it, which are very, very useful for seedling stage, and then the very, very beginning of veg stage, and then finally veg stage and flower stage. What's awesome about the Perfect Sun spectrum is you can notice here it looks like normal color here. You see that? It doesn't look all purple and stuff in here. It looks nice, normal color, and that's because of the Perfect Sun light is like the sun. It has the same spectrum of the sun. It has super deep reds, which most all LEDs are missing. They don't dedicate enough deep red LEDs in the light because they can't, because they're not using the Perfect Sun spectrum, which is unique. And so the Perfect Sun spectrum is absolutely awesome. You get super tight node spacing, fast veg times, and then also when the plants go into flowering, you don't have to hit any buttons or anything like that, because the spectrum is like the sun. Just like when you're outside in the sun, you don't have to change the sun. The sun doesn't change. It stays the same. The spectrum's the same from veg to flower. Same thing with this. That's because it's replicating the sun outdoors, and you get those same kind of awesome results. So expect big beer can nugs if the strain allows it. I have shown with this spectrum that I've gotten big beer can nugs, and it's absolutely awesome, but also super frosty. I've taken strains that normally test at like 22% THC, and under my light, I've gotten 25% THC and 26% THC. So that's absolutely amazing. So you can expect higher THC content from your strains, more resins, more frost, like super frosty, nice super dense buds. I've noticed that too, that I get under this spectrum, I get way denser buds than under any other type of LED spectrum out there, or any other type of light period. Just super dense. In fact, my Laughing Buddhas came out so rock hard, I feel like when they're dry, I can throw them at your face and it would hurt. That's how hard they are. It's just absolutely crazy. So that will give you bigger yields as well, because you get nice denser buds, but they also get nice swollen buds. So if the strain allows for big buds, this thing will give it big buds and super frosty and super dense. So expect frostier, denser, and super large buds. So you get the large buds like you expect out of the sun and HPS, but the density and everything else and frost that you would expect from a really good quality, high-end LED that has those deep reds and those deep blues, which most LEDs are lacking, if not all of them are lacking. Definitely the deep reds, they just don't have enough of it. They have some of it in there, but not as high as mine. Go way off the chart. It's crazy. Same with my deep blues. Right, you also need all the other colors in between, and they lack those. You know, theirs goes like this and dips way down. Mine just stays boom. It's a nice big mountain of colors, and also has UV and has infrared in there. So finally, the last thing I'd like to speak about before I close out the video here is you have two buttons here. If you have one on, you notice there's 4 cobs and 3, basically, like, I think of them as panels, 3 panels of the bridge lux there. Still giving that perfect sun spectrum. The other one gives you 2 cobs, and this knocks it down to about 135 watts, somewhere around there. And when you have it in this mode, it might be even a little bit higher, maybe 145 watts, somewhere around there. Each of these run a little bit less than 50 watts. So yeah, like I said, the whole light, you know, runs like 675 watts or so. Anyway, in this mode, I know it's right around 145, something like that, and that's for seedling stage. That way you don't have to have the light so high, and you can use less electricity, so you're saving electricity while you're in seedling stage. Now once you hit the beginning of veg stage, you can just flip it over like this to where it's just this one clip or this one switch here. Now you have 4 cobs working and still the 3 panels of the perfect sun spectrum there, and it's all together is what makes the perfect sun spectrum. But now you still have the perfect sun spectrum, and you have a little bit more power coming to your plants for that beginning stage of veg. You're also saving more power here. You're at right around, you know, I think it's at like right around 400 and something. So you're not at full power yet. And then once they kind of get used to that, then bam, you switch them over, and now they're fully vegging under the full power of the perfect sun cob. And then when they flower, just make sure that you keep the light about when they're veg, when fully powered like this, about 3 feet away from the plants. So just, you know, read your plants. You can tell when they're getting light stress. Light stress looks just like heat stress, right? So then once they're in flower mode, you want to go ahead and take the light and put it right around a 2.5 foot mark or so. Slowly lower it down every day to get about 2.5 mark. Once you're about 3 weeks done, almost like, or when you have like 3 weeks left in flower, you want to go ahead and slowly start dropping her down from that, for whatever height you were able to get it down to, let's say 24 inches, and then drop it down to 18 inches. So that way the last 2 weeks that the plants are under the light, they're at 18 inches away. If that's too much for them, just raise up a little bit and then try to come back down. Really try to push in that last 2 weeks. That's how you get the really dense nugs and super frosty, but it's really how you put the dents on, the density on them. All right, guys, thank you for checking this out. All right, guys, so hey, that's the Perfect Sun Cob. Absolutely amazing light. Expect 2-3 pounds per light. Absolutely just awesome. Only $9.95. So for some people that's the pricing point right there. It's all about the pricing versus the Goliath, which is $1,150. So you are saving a lot of money, but you are using a little bit more electricity. But hey, you know what? It's not that much more electricity. Anywhere from 75 to 100 watts more, and you're still way under 1,000 watt HPS, and you're pulling more than 1,000 watt HPS with either of the lights. So whether you go with the Perfect Sun Cob or you go with the Perfect Sun Goliath, you will not be let down either way. You'll be pulling 2-3 pounds per light. Absolutely amazing, awesome thing. So hey, also check out how I hang the lights. All right, so that's it. I'll see you here. There'll be a link here so you can check it out at the end of the video, where you can see the proof of the average par rating of 569. I might have said it wrongly somewhere in the video here, but it's actually 569. 1,000 watt HPS is 575. That's all at 2 feet away, covering 4 feet by 4 feet. No other light company will do that. There's no other LED company that I know of that has the balls to take their light and in real time, like I do, take all 17 points of measurement and then give the average par rating, because they know that their light, any light that uses around this much electricity, right around the 575 to 675 mark, they know they're not going to get that average par rating, especially with an awesome spectrum like the Perfect Sun spectrum, of anywhere near, you know, the 575 mark, like 1,000 HPS. They're just not going to get there. So that's why I put that there. So the evidence is at the end of this video. So stay tuned, watch the end of the video, and you're going to see I take all the measurements in real time. And you'll see of this light in that video. You'll see the Goliath, and I do it all, and I do it fair for every single light. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and check it out. $9.95. You can't beat that. Absolutely awesome. Creek Cobs, Bridge Lux. I still can't beat the average par of the Goliath though. I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. Everyone said do Cree, and I did. I still can't beat it, but it's still an amazing light because it's smaller, lighter, and it still covers that area. So that's one thing that the Cree Cobs do. The bigger ones is they do give you a way bigger throw. You will not get that kind of coverage on the edge with a small light like this without using those. You will not get it. So if you have some light that uses anything other than that, you're not going to get that unless the light's huge, like the Goliath. That's why the Goliath is 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. Because in order for 5-watt Bird's lights, no matter what kind of lenses you put on them, in order for it to cover 4 feet by 4 feet with enough par at the edges, you know, above 200 par at the edges, you absolutely have to have a big light, because it's only going to cover 9 inches outside the sides of the light. So that's why it's 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet, because 9 inches on each side would be 18. 18 plus the 2.5 feet equals exactly 4 feet, and that's why the light is exactly 2.5 feet. So you buy any of the light out there, go ahead, try to do an average par rating, and you're not going to get it, especially if the light's small. Again, the only way you're going to get the edges is with the nice big bubble crease. They're absolutely amazing for throw. But without having, if you just use those and those alone, then you don't have a good spectrum. So you're not going to expect the same kind of yields and the same kind of frost and all that you will get from the Perfect Sun spectrum, because you're no longer emanating. You're not replicating the sun. You're missing the infrared. You're missing the UV. You're missing the deep blues. You're missing the deep reds. All those are really important to get nice resonance, fast growth, short node spacing, all that kind of stuff. So you can try to make your own with just 400K, let's say, or even 3500K, whatever K you want to use of the Cree cobs, and you're still not going to compete, because the spectrum's not there, and you're not going to get the same kind of par. Try to build one and that uses that same amount of electricity, right around the 575 to 675 watts, and try to beat the 575 average par rating of a 1000 HPS. So you're not going to do it, or try to even come close to it, and then you're not going to get the same kind of quality of marijuana, because you're not going to have those deep reds and those deep blues, or the UV or the infrared like the sun has. So absolutely amazing, can't beat it. All right, guys, so check it out. Again, watch the end of the video, or fast forward to the end of the video if you need to, if you want to see the proof that this thing does what I say it does, where I show you in real time what no other company does, the actual, the 70. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's that amazing. It just blows me away that it's that high for using such little electricity. Again, people are pulling easily. Like my buddy pulled 2.5 pounds easily. Like, it's just crazy. I was with 9 plants in 3-gallon pots. So definitely these lights are awesome. So yeah. If you've been waiting for this light, get it, because they're gonna be gone fast, and they're gonna be out of stock really fast. And I know I'm gonna have a bunch of people waiting for the light. So don't get all mad at me if you didn't get it right away, because they're gonna be out of stock. I only have a short stock right now. Whenever I have a new light, I always do a small stock at first, because I can't afford all the parts to build a whole bunch of them. But I will have more coming. So just if you want to get one now, I guarantee, like, if you're seeing this video, they're probably already sold out. But maybe not. Maybe we'll get lucky and won't stay sold out yet. So yeah, just get them while they're there. And I will have some, again, whatever date it is now, I can't remember. But I will have more, hopefully, in the next. We'll see. I'll put some data on the site for them. I still have to make the webpage, and obviously this video will be on the page. All right, again, thanks for watching. How I personally hang this is with, I have the ratchets here. In my tin, I use galvanized wire. That way the ratchets can hang on there. It just makes it easier to hang the ratchets onto. And it comes with 4 of these. I only use 2 of them. And it comes with also, the 4 clips here. It also comes with big clips. I don't use the big clips. I bypass those altogether so I can get closer to the top of the tent, or closer to your ceilings, wherever you're using. If height's not an issue, you can use all 4 if you want to. I just like it this way too, because I can adjust this. I can slide this, and I can make the light face sideways like this. See that? Now the light is at an angle. If I want to hit plants at an angle for some reason, I can do that. It just makes it easier to do those sort of things. So basically, you're only going to use 2 instead of all 4, and make sure it's the short way, because the light has a long way of the light and it has a short way of the light. Take the little clips here. Take a wire, put it through one clip, and then put it through the other clip, and now and then you just attach a ratchet right into the center of that, and bam, that goes up to wherever you're hanging the ratchet onto. And it's that simple. That way, only using 2, and you get a much lower profile. If you want even a lower profile to the tent, that is, you want to raise the light a little bit higher, I recommend you want at least 3 inches above this. You need room for the fans to pull in air and breathe out the ductings here to keep the light cool. But you could get a little bit closer. And one way you can get a little bit closer is using this same kind of coated galvanized wire, and you want to go ahead and put it through the holes here that fits perfectly, and then tie it through on each side so it's nice and taut and tight. And then you can take your clip and clip it right to that galvanized wire. That'll save you about 3 inches or so height. So every inch counts sometimes. So yeah, there you go, guys. Perfect Sun Cob. Check it out right now at Perfect Sun LED.com. Here's a link